Hey my love, so I need to do makeup now. Monata Karara, and I just wanna do a quick face beat. A Karara. I don't have a chair in this room, and there's this Odziga downstairs to try and get a chair for me to sit down so that Shitaura while I am doing my makeup. So I was just like, let me just sit down. That works as well. I'm just trying to find sharpener so that I can sharpen my eyebrow pencil. Honestly, and this one I'm not gonna make up that much, and see the I'm not gonna make up, but I can look cute. I can make myself look decent. So I'm gonna wear my bob wig. You know, kuti ndaka relax my hair, but it's a lot of work as well. I'm thinking of kutogera because the process of kuzoda kuisa eco gel and trying to freeze it and what it's not for me. It's not for me. I haven't had hair for like four years now or 3 years now, and I don't like that hassle of kuzo laku freezer, making sure it's nice and cute, do the edges, do what. It's not for me. So I'm gonna wear a wig today, but one of these days I can sense it. So I just use like a normal eyebrow pencil, guys. I think I get it from Boots or Primark. It works for me, and I just buy a brown one because I don't want my eyebrows to be too loud. So I just buy a brown one because it's a bit calm. Well, I can't see copy, but I'm sure it's Boots or Primark. I know, and Tombos you need. I just buy like just a brown eyebrow pencil. Works for me. Anyway, this video is not about makeup. I wanted to do like get to know me video, which I'm gonna incorporate in one of my vlogs. I feel like doing a whole sit-down video for people to know about me is boring. So I was like, while I'm doing my makeup, we can just chat about who I am. If you follow me on Instagram, I asked these questions some time back, but I just couldn't find time for me to answer them. But I was like, today is the perfect time, and I'll incorporate them in my vlog. Hopefully my camera has enough battery for us to chit chat like this, or else I will do a continuation later. So the first question was, who are you? What's your profession? You know, when did you relocate to the UK? My name is Vambai Nyamukapa. That's my name. I'm a radiographer by profession, a therapy radiographer to be specific, who works in the NHS. I relocated to this country for greener pastures during COVID era. So yeah, I've been working in the NHS since then. We treat cancer. I love my job. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Love working with my patients. The best part about my job. So yeah, that's me basically. Pandaka, we're in the COVID era. Everything was shut down, guys. Everything, literally everything. I remember since Jakangovura was just the supermarket, and it was in winter. There was a lot of culture shock. You know what I mean? When it comes to when I came, the cold was just too much. I couldn't believe it can get as cold as it was. But now, of course, the winter is draining for everyone, but I always know what's coming, if that makes sense. So yeah, so I'm just putting a concealer. I use the Lancome one. I use the Lancome concealer. I love it, but it's not that deep. I think I have a NYX one as well, just to define my eyebrows. I feel like I'm no longer a makeup girly anymore. When I was school where I trained to be a radiographer, I used to do makeup every single day. I always ask myself, Kuti, how did I manage to do that? Because now I put makeup like once or twice a month. Like I don't even put makeup at all, but I used to put makeup every single day. But I'm kind of like proud of my skin, the journey that it has had. I had time and I can better a lot of breakouts, but we're back now, and I just love just not wearing makeup. Let's check the next question. So the next question was, are you using a camera for your vlogs or phone? When I started doing it, maybe in February, when I started doing it in February, not maybe, I started doing it in February. When I started doing it in February, I was using my phone, my iPhone 14 Pro Max. That was what I was using. I just bought like a tripod stand so that it's easier to shoot, but I was using my phone. I think it's really good, the iPhone. It's just that there's no power sometimes. Like now when I'm doing my sit downs, I can't really see myself, and sometimes you're not in frame, or sometimes the lighting is not good. You can't see Nshakadaro when you are using the phone. But like with camera, it's easy, but I'm using both. Sometimes when I go out, I use my phone because it's easier. I'm scared sometimes to drop the camera, but at first I was using my phone. Chat, if you want to vlog, don't think about I don't have a camera so I can't vlog. You can always start with your phone, and then later on, when you know you are ready, or when you see that you are consistent, you can then now swap to using the camera. But now I am using my camera. I got the Sony Zis something, yeah. I was a bit like conflicted in terms of the camera to use between like the DJI and the Sony, the Canon and whatever, but I ended up going for the Sony because of the inbuilt microphone. I think that's what sold me in terms of getting the camera and what camera to get. The DJI, oh, it's so good, but the problem is, don't mind that, something changodona. The problem with the DJI was Kuti, I had to get the microphone as well, and I feel like Kuti, even when I go out, like when I want to do some shopping hauls or when I go into a restaurant, I need to have my mic with me for it to make sense, for my audio to make sense. And for me, it just didn't make sense for me to be walking around in a camera every single time. So I ended up choosing the Sony 6, I think it's called Sony ZV-1F. That's the one I ended up going for because I like the fact that it has an inbuilt camera, and I don't need to worry too much, man. Why my audio right and whatever. But the DJI was a good contender as well. It's just that Sony ndo yakazo winner. But if you're someone who want to start YouTube or who want to start creating content, you don't need a camera. You do not need a camera. you can just use your phone. And in an experience, your iPhone, I would say that phone is really really good. It shoots in 4K, the footage is clean. Remember, your lighting is the important thing, because even ukashuta ne camera, and if the lighting is not good, the footage is not going to be good. So it's not about the what you are using, but it's about learning good team. How am I going to use this for it to make sense? So yeah, I use both. I use my camera, which is the Sony ZV-1F, and I also use my iPhone 14 Pro Max sometimes, just depending on, you know, kuti zvakamira say. But I am getting used to the camera, because I think that in a camera like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, so I'm still getting used to the camera, and sometimes I'm still comfortable shooting no phone actually and not the camera. But if you want to start content, you can start content using your phone. Don't wait for the camera. Just need to blend this a little bit. I know when I put foundation it's gonna make sense, but yeah. And the next question was, how are you editing your videos? So I use the iMovie application, which is on iPhone, but I have now been trying to get used to using CapCut more. But the iMovie is really really simple if you are someone who is starting. It's quite straightforward in terms of how you can edit your videos, but I guess CapCut has got like more editing tools, if that makes sense, than iPhone. That's why I decided to now switch up to CapCut, and I use like that premium one which you subscribe every month. It just made sense for me to do that, because I'm gonna be doing this for some time. That's why I got the camera. I was consistent for like 2 months or so, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna be consistent here, so let me just sort of invest in the things that I'm gonna be using. Well, these eyebrows anga look nice, so I just wanted to like make them a little bit better. So yeah, I was just like, let me invest in the things that I want to do. There were things I wanted in my bucket list, but I put them on hold because a camera made sense. So that's why I got a camera. I sacrificed to say I'm not gonna get this for myself. I'm gonna get myself a camera because this is what I really want, and this is what I want to be doing for some time, and I want to be consistent. So it made sense for me to invest in YouTube at the moment. Then, have you always wanted to start YouTube? I would say yes. People that know me will know that I've always been saying I want to start YouTube. When I came to the UK, I was saying it for a very long time, but I was just scared. I don't know why I was scared, but I feel like I should have started Dipabo. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I thought you need to have this special whatever stuff for you to start, and that's why I didn't start. And I was just like, let me just leave it, I'm not gonna do it. But then it came back into mind as well, Kuti, you've always wanted to start this, why are you not starting? And I was like, you know what, let me start. If I don't like it, I can always stop anyway. It's not like I'm being forced to do it. If I don't like it, I can always stop. But for now, start, experience it. And if you don't like it, you know, no go see it. There's nothing it's not much of a big deal kuti watanga wazosiya. If you're just not feeling it and if you feel like it's training you or whatever, you can always stop. But start, then kuti even in the next 5 years you always say, you know what, I wanted to start, but I didn't start. My battery is low, let me just get the charger and we will continue. So yeah, I was saying that I've always wanted to start YouTube. It's not something that I just thought about maybe 3 months ago or whatever. I have always wanted to start YouTube. So I'm using this GRWM tester that I got. I'm on a hunt for a new foundation. So I went the other day to Boots and they gave me these testers. And I'm just gonna be trying 2 of them. I got the GRWM one, and I also got the Huda Beauty, because I'm someone who just wants a light foundation without full coverage, but just makes me like glow a little bit and whatever. And they recommended these 2, the GRWM one and the Huda Beauty. Honestly, I love both of them. So I'm in sort of a dilemma, kuti, what am I gonna be using? But that's why I wanna keep on using them. I know I'll get to have my favorite, and that's what I will be using. So yeah, both of them are so light. You don't even feel kuti waisa makeup. But I mean, we'll see. I'll make a decision. I know I'll make a decision when I use them a couple of times, because this is the second time I am using the GRWM. So we'll see. The last time that I saw Huda Beauty, and I was obsessed with that foundation, guys. It is really, really good. But I thought GRWM is the one. I'm happy. But I'm like, no, I don't know now. And Chato Zivi in terms of which one I would choose, but we will see. So how is the cost of living in the UK? Is it worth relocating? that question. What I would say is relocating, guys, has its pros and cons. That's what I'm gonna say. And I'm gonna say that home is best. Home is always best. Your home country, you feel at home. Things will go wrong. Or I'm not supposed to be doing this. You are on a restricted visa. You're supposed to work for the company you came with and all that. So. But Kumba, you don't have, that kind of disadvantage. You have kind of a freedom of just being. It's your home country, you know what I mean? So what I would say is relocating has its pros and cons. But the cost of living in this UK is quite high. What I would say is 50% of normally your income goes to bills. And then the 50%, you've got black tax, you've got what. Mariacho is not that wow. I think mariacho inokwanirana nezvinhu zvinoitika kunoku. I think that's what I'm gonna say. Mariacho inokwanirana nezvinhu zvinoitika kunoku. So to answer your question, is it worth relocating? For me, it's definitely it was worth it relocating, because in Zim, I know that the life I have in the UK, I was never going to get it. I was never going to get it working for the government in Zimbabwe. Yes, being in another country which is not your home country is really, really hard. But overall, when I go on paper, I know that the life I have now I was never gonna have it, Kumba. I was working for the government. I was working Kumpilo. The money was just rubbish, literally. I couldn't even plan anything with that money. So even sometimes when it's hard during winter, when work is hard, in the back of my mind, I know that the life I'm having now in the UK, I was never gonna have it. So in that sense, I would say it's about your priorities. Kuti, what are your priorities? How much are you earning in Zimbabwe? I would say if you are earning enough money for you to be okay and comfortable with Zimbabwe, I would say there is no need of relocating to another country or to come to the UK. But maybe kana you on kana usiri kutowana good money kuzim kwacho, then I would say it's worth the try. It's not wow in terms of kuti, you know, UK is it wow? No, it's not wow, but it will definitely give you a better life than Kuakumba. I think that's what I would say. I think you weigh your options, you weigh how much you are getting to Zimbabwe, and then you make a decision based on that, if that makes sense. But for me, I don't regret coming in this country. That's all I'm going to say. I don't regret it at all. Travel series, how can you budget for traveling? Traveling needs a lot of planning. That's what I'm gonna say. You have to plan, I would say 6 months to a year before your travel date. If you plan short term, it's a bit hard for you to enjoy your holiday and experience it to the fullest. But if you plan it way in advance, it means that you can properly budget the money you want to spend, and yeah, you can plan the money you want to spend on time, and just, you know, look at good hotels on time. Normally hotels have got better prices if you book them early than booking them like a month before you want to travel. But if something that you guys love, we can definitely do travel series of the places I have traveled, the budget, roughly what I used, and you know, the activities that we did. And yeah, I can do that if it's something that you're interested in. So if it's something you're interested in, comment in the section below, and then maybe one of our sit down videos will be about you know, traveling. I can do like a summer one, like a Euro summer one, because I've traveled a bit of, well, not Akawanda, I've traveled to Portugal, to Italy, and to France in Europe, and I'll be happy to break down to you guys in terms of how much we spent, and you know, the visas, what to do, and all that. So if you are someone who likes that, comment in the below. Do you enjoy living in the UK? Yes and no. I think that's my answer. When it's winter, when it's depressing, sometimes I'm like, oh, why am I here? It's really hard. You know, Kumba, I wouldn't be complaining about not having the sun. I wouldn't be taking supplements for vitamin D. But when the salary comes, I'll be like, nah, the UK is not that bad. I can do this. When you start spending, I start enjoying, and I love shopping. I think every girl loves shopping. I think every woman enjoys spending, and that is what gives me motivation to be in the UK. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Are you going to be doing YouTube long term? I think it's still early. I think it's still early for me to say I'm gonna be doing this long term, or I'm not gonna be doing this long term. I'm hoping I'll be doing this long term. If that makes sense. I do hope that I'll be doing this long term. because I enjoy creating content. Honestly, it's not about anything else. It's a hobby for me. I literally enjoy creating content. So yeah, I do hope that this will be a long-term thing that I've started, something that I will enjoy, something that I will grow in, you know what I mean? Look back at my first video and be proud of myself and be proud of the journey. So yeah, we will see. I say to myself that I will review this a year from now. That's when I'm going to review this and see if it's something that I'm going to be consistent with. But guys, I've already got the camera. What do you mean? I have to do this long term. High likely, yes, I'm going to be doing this long term. I don't know if I'm going to be posting on a weekly basis or on a like 2 times a month. I'm not really sure. Right now I do have a lot of time on my plate because I'm on maternity, but when I'm back at work, that might be a bit different. So we will see, but hopefully I will be doing this long term. Then the last question was, how is it being a mom? Being a mom is amazing, draining, challenging. It's all the emotions, guys. It's really all the emotions. It's not as easy as it seems. Those humans, they bully us. They bully us so much. So it is quite hard being a mom, but it's rewarding. That's what I would say. It is really hard, but very rewarding at the same time. I can't explain it, but I would say just give yourself grace. You're doing well. If you need a break, if you have someone who can help, definitely take a break, have a breather, and come back and start again. But yeah, I would say being a mom is very challenging. It tests you in so many ways, but it's very rewarding. That little human just melts everything away. That's what I would say. So I'm just gonna pop my wig on and then I'll come back and close up this video. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click that subscribe button. If you're someone who's watching my videos and haven't decided to subscribe, I hope you will get to a point where you like my content and you will click that subscribe button. But let me just put on my bob and I'll show you guys the final look. I'll show you guys my feet and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye. This is the final look. There's a headband because I'm not gonna lay my wig, and yeah, let me show you my feet and I'll see you guys on my next video.